In West Bengal, a 20-year-old girl was fined rupees 25,000 for falling in love with a boy. When she was unable to pay that fine, the panchayat ordered that she be raped by 13 men. Women's security isn't just about our physical safety. It trickles down into all aspects of our lives, including what job we get, where we live, even who we talk to.
Yeah, and hence the AskHOW question. How can we make India safer for women? So AskHOW believes there's probably two reasons why India is not such a safe place for women. And that's our law and order machinery is not efficient, and B, large parts of our society do not consider women as equal citizens. So when we're talking about the law and order machinery, we're talking about the police system and the judicial system. Now, if our police system was more professional and our justice system was quicker, that would put the fear of law in all criminals, not just the criminals who are committing crimes against women, but criminals across the board.
Let's start with our police. They're poorly trained, poorly paid, poorly equipped. Approaching a police station is a daunting task for any citizen, let alone women. So how can we change this? How can we make our police force more modern and more professional?
There is one way. Several committees over the past few decades have studied and worked over police reforms, and the key suggestion, the key recommendation is that police activities be insulated from day-to-day political interference. But mind you, in a democracy, the police force should be under the control of an elected representative, but not be interfered with on a day-to-day basis.
The Supreme Court has summarized the recommendations of various committees into 7 directives. These directives are pretty straightforward.
For example, having a transparent process for the appointment of the DGP, which currently doesn't exist. Then there's giving a fixed term for senior policemen, and separating the investigation and law maintenance functions of the police. So let me explain that last point. If a police officer is in charge of investigating a murder, instead of spending time investigating that murder, he may suddenly be pulled out to maintain law and order at a political rally.
Unfortunately, most state governments have not complied with the directives provided by the Supreme Court. We at AskHOW believe that modernizing the police force and freeing them from daily political interference lies at the heart of security for all citizens, not just women. Specific reforms concerning women's safety are useful, but will be rendered ineffective if there is no reform for the whole police force. All of us should ask our Lok Sabha candidates how the police system is going to be reformed. Our judicial system takes time. The iconic case of Bhavri Devi has been going on for decades. Such delays make a mockery of our laws. Fast-track courts may seem like a solution, but even their judgments can be appealed. And again, appeals take time.
It also means in a fast-track court case, you're diverting resources to one case and thereby slow-tracking all the cases in the system. And mind you, not everyone gets the benefit of a fast-track court.
Which brings us to our next AskHOW question. How can we make the justice system faster?
We've covered the justice system in another video. Please do have a look at it.
Are police reforms enough? Will a faster judicial system ensure safety for women? No.
Even today, in many parts of India, women are considered property. For real change, society needs to change its attitudes and thinking towards women. How can we change this attitude?
AskHOW believes one big way of changing attitudes is financial independence of women. We need more women in the workplace, and we need to make those workplaces more women-friendly.
For changing attitudes towards women, many things could be done, like gender sensitivity training, prohibiting media from stereotyping women as sex objects, and zero tolerance towards gender discrimination in civil laws.
We could talk about this for hours, but what is most important is what your Lok Sabha candidate thinks about this. Ask them how they're going to change society's attitude towards women.
How can the police force be freed from day-to-day political interference?
How can the police force be made more gender sensitive?
How can the justice system be faster?
So that's the point. Don't ask if it can be made safer for women. Ask how India can be made safer for women.